大家好，这边是欧迪森。这个礼拜老师有请我拍一个影片，介绍什么是这个 Traveling Salesman's Problem，然后用 MATLAB 做最简单的例子，给你们看怎么可以写这个程式。但是因为我中文不太好，所以我要跟各位道歉。现在就讲英文好了。So, what is the salesman's problem about? Well, we have to write a problem that allows the user to input a number of airports, followed by their longitude and their latitude. The salesman have to start from the first airport, flying to all the airports and finally get back to the first one. Then we have to print the travel plan and the total mileage. For example, he will start from the first airport, fly all over Taiwan through all the airports, and finally have to go back to the first airport again. Well, so how do we write this program? I'll first start by copying all the data of the airports into different files, because I think that is an easier way to calculate their distance. So this is a file that the professor sent to us, and it has all the coordinates of the Taiwanese airports. I'll just copy the longitudes in a file and then the latitudes in another one. I already copied them and I have them over here and over here. So we now can just start to write a program. To save a little bit of time, I already write down the program, and now what I'm going to do is just explain it to you. Well, first of all, I create two different arrays, one for the longitude values and another one for the latitude values. Then I use this function to read the input data file and store the values into the array. I create another array that is going to store the different distance between each airport. Declare a variable named airport number and use the function input because the number of airports will be given by the user. And the last one, I create an array for the plan, and the first index of this array has to be 1 because it's going to start flying from the first airport. Then I use a for loop to create this plan, and it's going to start from airport number 1 to the number of airports minus 1. In this case, it's pretty easy. It's going to from 1 to 17 straight away. It's not the best way to fly, but it's the simplest one. So now what we have to do is to calculate the distance between each airport, and this formula is already given by the professor. It is the absolute value of the coordinate of the first airport minus the coordinate of the second airport multiplied by 111. I'm going to do that for the x values and for the y values, and then store each one of their distance in the distance array. I'm going to do that just for 16 times because in the last airport he has to go back. When he's in the last airport he has to go back to the first airport. So I'm going to calculate that out of the loop. And then last but not least, I'll sum all the distances calculated in this for loop plus this distance, and then we'll have finished, and we already have our mileage. Now we can try on this program. I know it's a pretty rudimentary program, but I think it's gonna work. So it asks us to give him the number of airports. So I put 17, and he has already calculated all the values that we want. For example, here you can see the distance, the total mileage, and then in this array, for example, we have all the distances between the first and the second airport and so on. Well, I think that's all for today. I know it's not a very good program, but at least going to give you a simple idea how to write this program. And in the next week or the weeks to come, I think that we can improve the program, improve the algorithm. That's it. Hope you like it.